Hello, welcome back to the channel. How do you assemble an IKEA Ektorp armchair like this one, or even the footstool? How does the IKEA Ektorp arrive when it's delivered, and how do you put the covers on? Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am going to put together this. It's an IKEA Ektorp armchair. If you wanted to see how to assemble a 2-seater or a 3-seater sofa, sorry, I haven't got you covered with this, but I think they're put together in a similar way. So this might give you an idea of how the Ektorp works when it arrives from IKEA. I'm putting these together for my dad's flat. But first, we've got to clear this area. This is what it looked like before. We've got this, I think it's over 10-year-old leather sofa. IKEA in my country, unfortunately, doesn't get rid of the old sofa when it delivers its new stuff to you. So we've had to get the toolbox out and figure out a way to take this down to bits, down to at least the size where we can get it out of the house and down to the tip. And then it was time to take the jigsaw and the saw together. Don't worry, the IKEA Ektorp armchairs are coming up, but this is footage of us trying to clear the area. We took a jigsaw and a handsaw to the frame, and finally we managed to get it down to some bits where we could get it out of the flat. So now we've got the area clear, and the IKEA Fairy has come to drop its droppings here. This is how the Ektorp armchair actually arrives. We've got 2 of them, which is why we've got the 2 boxes, and we've got a box over there for the footstool. So they're actually really small and easy to deliver. The covers arrive separately, and they weren't able to put it on the same delivery shipment, so they ship these by courier separately. Your situation might vary wherever you are in the world, but we've gone for this fetching blue, but they're really easy to put together. So the first thing I'm going to do is to open up this box and take out all the bits inside. It's really easy. It's like 3 or 4 really big parts that just bolt together. So I'll take out the sides. These are the 2 sides of the armchair. That's probably what makes the armchair shape an armchair shape. And we've got a bag of feet, and then this is the base of the armchair. Oh God. Right, you do need to have some kind of upper body strength to get it out of the box. Take this out. I think this is the base cushions. Take that out. And then the other cushion, sorry, that was the back cushion. This is the base cushion. This is what you're going to be sitting on, hopefully for the next 15-20 years. Get rid of the box over there. The first thing we'll need is the bag of legs, because it's got the bag of bits inside. The first thing we'll need are these 2 bolts, and they have a thread, a long thread and a short thread. And I think the short thread is the one that goes into the hole here in the base of the arm of the armchair. And I'll just put that in here and just twist it in. And we'll need to do this 4 times. So it's 2 bolts on the 2 arms of the armchair or sofa. Then we use the same bolts with a washer, looks like this. And we're going to put it on just one side, one corner. So I'm going to do this corner for this arm of the armchair. Wow, this lighting is really ominous, isn't it? There we go. So then we'll do the same on the other side with the other arm. Now I can open up the armchair so that the back kind of hinges back, and I'll just lay that on the floor. And then all we need to do is to line up the bolts at the bottom of the arm and guide them into the holes, and obviously have that bolt at the back, because that bolt will go into the back of the armchair. And then I'll do the same on the other side. So I'm out of breath just from moving the arm. Just guide the bolts into the holes at the bottom first, and then the bolt at the back should go into, there's quite a generous hole for that bolt at the back to go into. Now we can tip the armchair onto its back, and that will expose the bolts underneath that we're going to bolt into place. What we'll need for this is this bolt turner, what do you call it? A bolt thing. And a nut and a washer. So we'll put the washer and the nut over the bolt at the bottom, and then use the metal screwing device. We'll just turn that and push the bolt into place. And I'll do that for all 4 bolts which are showing at the bottom of the armchair here. I've messed it up. There's always one instruction that I forget. I didn't put the plastic washer on to the bolt on the side of the arm. I'm gonna have to now take the arms off and I'll put the plastic washer onto the side and we will get, get the arms back into place. Ah. Whoa, there we go. So this is the washer you don't want. This is the washer we're supposed to have. Now we can put the bolts on, the nuts to hold the bolts in place for the back bolts. And then, where's my bolt thing? I've lost my bolt thing. What's it called? Say in the comments if you know what this is called. I bet it's a really obvious word, isn't it? It's like a wrench for bolts. Let's put this in. Now I found this a bit tricky, so you might want to follow the actual instructions, which say you're supposed to do the back first, because if you do the other bolts first, it kind of locks it into place and it doesn't give you enough thread to have the nut bite where you need it to bite. Now finally, it's the super easy bit. We get to screw these feet, these 4 legs onto the base of the armchair. That will bring it up to the right sitting height. They're going really easily. The bolts just go into the 4 holes. It's super clear. So we'll just get these feet on, screwed in tightly, and then we can tip it back up and put the cushions on. Yeah, but we are not finished yet. So here is your white armchair. Maybe you want it to look like that. We've got to do the covers now. Oh, by the way, this this is the packaging that you'll be left with as you go through your IKEA build. I think there's a kitchen in there somewhere. Now this bit is really easy to do, even with me with my split fingernails catching the fabric. But the great thing with the IKEA Ektorp sofa and armchair is that the covers are totally removable and you can wash them really easily. So if you wanted to clean your sofa, it is really easy. All you have to do is unzip them. So here I am packing the back and the base into the zippered pouches. There's lots of big zips. This bit isn't so difficult at all. The covers all come together in one batch in a small box and they go on just like this. In a moment, we'll be putting together the IKEA Ektorp footstool, and now we're putting on the back cover, the main cover for the Ektorp armchair itself. It's really simple, it's really straightforward. You just hook one end of the cover over the arm on one side, and then you can pull it across and pull it taut, and then hook it over the other arm of the armchair. There's helpfully a strip of Velcro so that at the base of the armchair it holds the cover in place. Now, I think you're supposed to iron this before you put it on, but I just couldn't wait, so I've just put it on anyway, and it looks pretty good as it is. But you can iron the covers before they go on. Ours seem to have had the creases fall out. I think that's because we opened up the package a day or two before we've actually put this together. And finally, I get to sit down. The base of the armchair is the wrong way round. So let me show you how that works. There's a zip at the back, obviously. The zip actually guides which way round this goes, so this is the proper way round. And that's it, we've got an Ektorp armchair in place. Do you want to see the footstool? Should we do the footstool as well? All of the bits that we need for the Ektorp footstool come in one box, so let's unpack it. We've got 4 kind of side panels that we're going to bolt together, and there's a whole other cushion section, so we'll put that out of the way to start with. And all we need to do with this is the trusty IKEA Allen key job. There are 8 bolts, and we're going to screw in the bolts so that these 4 panels come together to form a box, like a box frame. And I'm putting them in loosely to begin with, just so that we can line up all the bolts. It might be a bit difficult doing that if they're locked in already, so I'm just going to keep them nice and loose. I've learnt my lesson from previous IKEA things you put together. I don't want to be undoing these, so we're just going to put them in loosely, and the 4 panels come together. The holes line up with the holes in each panel. The bolts go in, and I don't know if you can see, but there is a line of Velcro that goes all the way around. That That Velcro helps you line up the panels and put the panels the right way round and have them all the correct way round. So if you can keep that Velcro line consistent, I've got them along the bottom there. And then we can finally tighten all the bolts to lock this frame into place for the Ektorp footstool. Now we can open up the top cover, and we'll bring that over and put on these 4 feet. We won't actually see these feet. This is the lid, and this is what we'll put our feet on. So this is the underside of the foot part of the footstool. And now this is the top section that goes on top of the footstool. So just flip it over, and then it sits, those little feet sit on the wooden legs. The cover comes in its own box, and this is a bit strange, isn't it? Oh, it comes in 2 parts. So there's like a ring part and a footstool part with a zip inside. Now I think the first thing we're supposed to do is iron these, but I'm not going to bother that because I'm going to live dangerously. So I think the deal is that we put it over the footstool. It's kind of like a big skirt, and then it reminds me of someone I used to go out with. So we put the big skirt around the edge. Let me bring you a bit closer, get the camera. I've tried to get the seam on the actual corners of the footstool, and then this line of Velcro comes in really handy, because we would pull this over, make it nice and taut, and that will hold the cover in place. Again, these are removable, so we'll be able to wash these if we knock a glass of wine over them or something. We'll do this all the way around. Next we'll do the footstool part. So I'm going to put this on its side, and then we're going to open the zip. And again, you can iron this first. Don't iron this grey bit because it will melt. And there's a no ironing sticker just to show you in case you forget. And it looks like 2 zips. Yeah, 2 zips. So we'll put the corners over and make sure that this kind of beading is around the edge. Make sure that's nice and tight at the top there. And then we'll just pull it over. Oh no, that's the wrong way to do it. That's the right way to do it, is to do the corner first. The corner that doesn't have any zips, because you won't be able to squeeze it in otherwise. And now we can flip it over, and you can see it really easily goes in now. Now you do it the right way round. Yeah, and there is a right way to do it. So you have to do it in a particular order. There we go. Wow, that's looking really sharp, isn't it? Oh, and look, so there's special holes, there's special ringlets. So I put the feet on too early. Let me get you closer and you can see my mistake. And now these ringlets should line up with the holes for the feet. It might be a bit of a stretch. I think the hole's back here. So if I'm doing this with one hand, if I force it over, you can just about get it to bite in. So we'll flip it over now, and this can just sit on top. Time to try it out, and yes, it works. This is how it looks. It feels super comfortable, and the footstool really is at the same height as the seat on the armchair, which is golden. I am calling this a Dad Delivers success. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up or the subscribe button. It really helps me to keep this channel going, so thank you. And right here is what YouTube knows you are going to love watching next.
Can you please help my daddy get 10,000 subscribers? Just click in his face. Thanks, bye. Alright, this is going to be the proper one, bye.